in at the end of 2021, we conducted a study called Bikenomics, where we tried to uh, attach monetary value to anecdotal benefits of biking. And in our study, we found out that for every kilometer of road designed for vehicles, you can construct 9.7 kilometers worth of bike lanes. So I think when it comes to monetary or expenditures, it is a lot cheaper to come up with infrastructure for more efficient modes of transportation that are not cars. And I think that's very important for the government to look at because, if you also go back to the pandemic with the shutdown of public transportation at the beginning of the pandemic, thousands of people were left without any mode of transportation. And that probably accounts for why there's a surge in the number of bikers, why there's a surge in the number of motorcycle riders. And as I've mentioned earlier, motorcycles and bikes have played such an important role during the pandemic that we should think of ways to help them rather than ways of punishing them. When we think about transportation, we need to talk about the needs of the majority. And as I've said earlier, 88% of households in Metro Manila do not own vehicles, yet we continue to benefit those with vehicles. And so in order for us to move literally everybody in the city, cars included, we should come up with solutions that address the need for majority. And as I mentioned earlier, policies and design that would allow people to shift away from cars and go to public transportation, take motorcycles, and or take bicycles, or even walk as a form of transportation. Kailangan systemic. Kasi what's happening now is we're picking on one form of transportation, maybe because it's irked a congressman somewhere along the way. But rather than doing that, we would like to ask Congress to work with us. We've been working with Congress since 2019 in order to come up with ways to really come up with a systemic, an overall solution to that. Well, first of all, I would like to assume that the overall goal of the bill is road safety.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, which begs the question that there are a lot of factors that contribute to road safety, and the key question that we would like to ask is, ito ba talaga yung leading cause of road crashes? Kasi when we while I've yet to dive into the reports, if you do a quick review of the latest Mamara's annual report, it would show that cars actually account for 47% of road crashes. If you look at the figures naman of fatal and non-fatal accidents, it shows a very large numbers for motorcycles. And that really just shows that motorcycle riders and bikers included are very vulnerable road users. So yung unang reaction namin dito, rather than punitive, we should be looking for ways to make it safer for all road users. Tama yung na-mention nyo kanina that sa harapan umaabante yung mga motorcycles and mga bicycles, and that's correct. Because when we design our transportation, dapat yung mga pinaka-vulnerable ang napaprioritize. Kaya sila nasa harapan.
Mm-hmm.
But I would also like to add that one of the contributing factors to this most likely is because we have policies that are very car-centric. Pati yung disenyo ng ating kalsada ay for so many years nakadesenyo lamang para sa kapakanan o para sa welfare ng mga nakasasakyan, ano? And majority, studies show that 88% of households in Metro Manila do not own private cars. Ngunit yung pagdidesenyo natin at pag-allocate ng space sa ating lansangan ay nakadedicate dun sa minority ng road users. So I think that's also something that needs to be looked at. Instead of coming up with punitive matters, baka dapat pagtuunan natin paano ba natin mapapaligtas yung paglalakbay ng lahat ng road users.